Hello and welcome, Peacock fans, to another episode of Peacocks on the Prowl. I'm Jim Lowry, and sitting with me today is head coach of the men's basketball team, Brooks McKowen. Coach, nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
All right, Coach, this past weekend, you guys had a couple of home games. The first one was against Wayne State. It was a great game for you guys. Why don't you tell us about it?
It was a good game. You know, as we talked about last week when we were leading up to the game, Wayne always plays well when they come here. You know, having Coach Dolan come back, it's always a big game for us, big game for them. He's got his kids playing extremely hard right now. They've lost a bunch of close ones, but they compete. They compete every night, and they made shots that night. You know, we were trying to give them contested jumpers is what our game plan was going into the game, and they made them. So it ended up being a really good game. I give our guys some credit. We battled the whole night, and, you know, it came down to the end. They made a shot to send it to overtime, and then we played really well in overtime to finish the game and found a way to win the game.
Now, Coach, and then on Saturday night, speaking of great games, what probably could have been an instant classic between you guys and Augustana didn't end the way we wanted it to, but it was just a great game.
Yeah, Augustana is obviously a very good basketball team. They're, I believe, #1 in the country right now, and there's a reason for that. They find a way to win games. We didn't defend the way we were supposed to in the first half. Part of that was our scheme going into it. Didn't work. It's one of those nights where it just didn't work, and they put up 59 on us in the first half, which, to our guys' credit, they stayed with it. They stayed with the game plan. We made some adjustments at halftime. They did a great job with them. We shot the ball well all night, scored the ball well offensively all night, able to make a run at them in the second half, and just kind of fell a little bit short. But our guys fought the whole night. I was proud of the way we played, and, you know, we had a certain intensity that was good to see. And if we continue to do that and find a way to carry that over to this weekend, we should be pretty successful.
You know, Coach, scheme not working one thing or another, but I believe they went 10 of 13 from the arc in the first half. I don't know what your scheme could have been to stop that from happening, but 30 points in the first half on three-pointers alone, that's going to beat a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's tough. When they're going to shoot 64% from the field, you know, Jared Gamble still playing injured for us, so he's limited on his minutes. That makes us a lot smaller inside. Josh Weber had to play the 5. Mitch did a good job at the 5 as well. But we had to really help inside and, you know, make sure that they didn't score inside. They're really good. Jansen's one of the best players in the country at the 5, and Schilling as well is great on the post. So we had to put a little extra help inside, which gave them some open threes, some contested threes, and they shot 64% from the three-point line, which makes it tough to stop.
All right, Coach, on your guys' side, the entire weekend, Janelle Hughes, man on fire. I believe he had 57 points on the weekend. Kind of talk about his play.
Janelle had a great weekend for us, and, you know, ever since Christmas break, he's been playing extremely well. It doesn't always show up in the stat book. It doesn't always show with the points. You know, he had an off weekend at Mary Minot shooting-wise, but he defended. You know, he's been one of our best defenders. He's a guy that we've been putting on the best player on the other team and basically telling him to stop the kid. And he's taken some pride in that, and he's really fought for us. And then when he gets his shot going, as you saw this weekend, it can get going and he can get hot. Towards the end of that Augie game, we were just putting the ball in his hands, and they were switching their ball screens, so we let him go one-on-one against their 5. And some people might think those weren't good shots, but the way he was going, those were great shots for us.
All right, Coach, this coming weekend, you've got 2 away games. You've got Minnesota Crookston, and you've got Bemidji State. Why don't you kind of tell us how the weekend's going to go?
We're on the road again, so that is always tough in this league. It's another far trip, similar to Minot Mary. Not quite as far, but it's always tough to win on the road. You know, Crookston isn't showing up win-loss-wise like a great team, but they're competing with everybody right now. They're a very young basketball team, and they're getting better every weekend. They took Northern to overtime last weekend. They've competed with everybody else the last 6 games, so they're improving, and they're going to be a tough team to beat on the road. And then Bemidji is basically us. They've got the same record in conference as us. They're very similar record-wise to us. You know, they show up on some nights and beat teams they're not supposed to, and then they have dropped a couple that they probably don't think they should have. So, you know, very similar to us in the year, so that's going to be a good game for us, and they're both extremely big games for us. We've put ourselves in the standings in a good spot, you know, kind of where we want to be. We're tied for 3rd right now in the league. We've got a tough schedule going out here, you know, but everybody does in this league. Anybody you play in this league, if you don't show up, you're going to get beat. So, you know, it's another big weekend for us. Hopefully we can go there and compete and have a chance to win both games.
All right, well, there you have it, Peacock fans. Peacock men's basketball back in action this weekend. They'll be away Friday night at Minnesota Crookston and Saturday night against Bemidji State. You'll be able to find all the results on UpperIowaAthletics.com. Until next time, Peacock fans, I'm Jim Lowry. Thank you for watching.